Friends, we are injured. It is time to get back to camp and discuss about everything we have to discuss. But first, Astarion, tell me.
Yes?
There's a monster hunter after you. What do you have to say about that?
So it would seem. Hopefully he bumps into some gnolls while stumbling around at night, and that's the last we hear from him.
Well, he's going to do a deal with the hag. We know what's going to happen to him. So if I were you, I will not be too worried. So, why was it hunting you? What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I was kidnapped, just like you. It seems Cazador wants me back.
And who is Cazador exactly?
Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldurs Gate. The patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. He turned me nearly 200 years ago.
Oh.
I became his spawn. And he became my tormentor.
Why? You sure it is Cazador behind all of that?
It was him, I'm sure. Only he would know to send the Gur after me. It was a group of Gur that attacked me that night in Baldurs Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me.
Wait a minute. Saved you? By turning you into a vampire slave?
Well, he didn't mention the slave clause at the time. And now he sends a Gur monster hunter for me. It's a message. He's reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, he can reach me. And he wants me back.
But why capture you? Why? No, I know why. They want you back to play with you. Because you're like one of their pets or something like that. I see. Don't worry, you're safe with me.
Safe? You think I'm safe?
We will do what we can.
A vampire lord possesses. He can change shape, turn into mist, call wolves to do his bidding, shrug off blows like they're nothing. He could walk into our camp tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you.
Vampires are not invincible. We could take him.
You don't understand. You don't know him. Just trust me when I say we need to be careful. He'll send more lackeys. He has plenty of souls to command. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight.
What do you make of Raphael deals?
I won't lie. It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, I risk transforming into a grotesque monster. If I lose the tadpole, Cazador has control of me, body and soul, and I return to the shadows. It's grim either way. So why not sell what's left of my soul to a devil? Better he has it than Cazador.
We have other option. Better option.
Figuring out what's happening to us, confronting a god called the Absolute, and then finding time to kill my old master before he can control me once more? Yes, that's an option, but I wouldn't bet eternity on it.
That's still what we're going to attempt. I think it's the best option. Alright, let's go back to camp now. We have stayed enough in the swamp for now. It is good to be here. Gale! What's happening?
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Okay. I will give you another artifact. I've kept some for you. Let me see. Here, those gloves.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you feel better?
Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mystra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Alright. Okay, go on. You're monk friend.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy, who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it, much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself, the Lady of Mysteries, the goddess Mystra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse, and later even my lover.
Oh, wow. Are you telling me you made love to a goddess?
Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
How exactly did you try to cross those boundaries?
I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
No, I'm intrigued. Tell me all.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise.
Was it you?
I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. His entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
Oh, I see. I guess you rolled out flowers and chocolate all together then.
You know me. My gestures can never be grand enough. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
Okay.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you in. Into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And God says it ever hungry.
How are you still alive?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
Oh, it's like a void that absorbed everything. You think the world will be in danger? Explain me.
I will erupt.
Erupt.
I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
Is there nothing we can do?
We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
We've come this far together, and we will continue on together. That's how it will be. We all have our past and our burden. Astarion is pursued by his ancient vampire lord. Shar is a priestess of Shar, and she has her own mission and her ambition. Karlach. What will happen with Karlach? And Will that need to recover his dad, taken away in the depth of the Underdark. We all have a burden. We need to help each other. I do believe there's a reason why we stumble upon each other. Beyond the tadpole and beyond that predicament, I guess. That's what I think, at least.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Yes, we have more things to do. The first things we need to do is to deal with this hag. Hi, Celine.
You wish to speak?
Yeah. We've met a hag. A dangerous hag. I think we need to defeat her. Maybe you want to join us to help? No? Too bad.
To think, GALE'S had this devastating all within himself the entire time, and only just mentioned it. Who'd keep a secret like that from his friends? You can't trust anyone these days.
Seriously? That's you saying that? I mean, Astarion.
Sir Gale's been walking around this whole time with some sort of magic bomb in his chest. I'm not normally one to begrudge someone their secrets, but that's something I should know.
Now we know. Now we know. Richie?
Oh. My, you startled me. I was miles away.
The figure you conjure, who is she? Well, I guess I know who is she.
Someone I miss and lost, I suppose. Mystra commands all magic. Salvation, if such a thing exists, is hers to bestow or withhold. And yet even now, more than I fear losing my own self and soul, I fear losing my command of her art. Magic is my life. I've been in touch with the weave for as long as I can remember. There's nothing like it. It's like music, poetry, physical beauty, all rolled into one and given expression through the senses. Would you like to experience this?
Yes, I would.
Then follow my lead.
Okay.
Now you.
I will do my best.
You feel something strange, like a kind word and a kind touch at the same time. It's warm and comfortable.
Excellent. Now, repeat after me. Athran mistraril kantrak eo.
Tran. Tran. Mistraril Kantrak Ao.
Suddenly, the scent of rose water and a sense of well-being. A sliver of weave that tastes sweet on the tongue.
Very good. Now, I want you to picture in your mind the concept of harmony, as true as you can.
I'm picturing a place of utter peace, away from all harm and the mayhem of civilization. A beautiful meadow. A clearing among the trees, with flowers on the grass, the wind in the branch of the trees, and a river. A soft, gentle river.
You see, or is it sense, the presence of a woman. The woman who hovered over Gale's palm. There's something like the anticipation of a kiss, then the pleasure of being cloaked in peace. You are safe. You are nestled in the cup of Mystra's hand.
You did it! You're channeling the weave. How does it feel?
Magical. Sensual, even.
That it does.
The weave connects you. The moment feels intimate.
Satisfying end to a wondrous experience. It's time to let go.
The weave evaporates, and as it does so, you realize the night feels suddenly cold and lonesome.
Oh. There it goes. How easily things slip away from us, no matter how hard they were in the obtaining. Good night. I enjoyed sharing a moment of magic with you.
Me too. Shadowheart. Shadowheart, I need to talk to you.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something?
Yes, I wanted to tell you something about Gale. It taught me to summon the wave. It was the first time I was doing something like that. You know, I'm more in tune with nature and the harmony of the wild world. But it was really beautiful and sensual. And then well, we were getting a little too close, I think. Did you know he was a lover of Mystra? Incredible, isn't it?
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation. Or your head.
Walk
What?
away. Now. I won't warn you again.
What's going on? Why are you two arguing?
lae'zel thinks I have something important to her people. She's deluded, clear.
Lies. She carries an heirloom of my people. I must know why.
I agree with Shadowheart. The artifact is protecting us. We need it with us.
You hear that, lae'zel? It's called common sense.
Tisk. You seek reason and dishonor.
Stop this. No sense in us fighting with each other.
Incorrect. Judicious bloodletting settles feuds and roots out the weak, the deceitful.
Do you hear this, tribe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
No others. Just you and me.
No. Any idea of how we settle this? Because we're not settling it with a fight.
The bad blood must be purged. A jewel come first light.
You mean I'd get to prove you wrong and thrash you? I love it.
That's a bad idea. I disagree
Get
with
some
this.
rest, lae'zel. You'll need it.
No.
You had every chance to look the other way. But here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned.
Shadowheart, stop. You don't have to do this.
She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you.
We need her, Shadowheart. Give her a chance.
Can I do that, lae'zel? Can I turn my back on you?
Never. Thieves aren't afforded such luxury.
Loosen the grip on your pride for one blasted moment, won't you? We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Yes.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
It's true. I was not expecting that.
Speak.
Well, about your quarrel with Shadowheart?
It is over where I am concerned.
That's a relief. We won't survive this if we don't stand together.
It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
You were the one starting. How are you, dear Shadowheart?
May the darkness protect you.
I want to talk about what happened with lae'zel.
We aren't dear friends now, if that's what you're asking. But I trust we can all sleep a little more soundly in camp now.
That's good. I would rather keep things friendly between all of us.
You have an interesting definition of friendly, but yes.
In any case, know that I have you back. Alright? Among the people in this camp, you're my best friend.
Very glad Shadowheart and lae'zel settled things without letting any blood. I would have enjoyed the spectacle, but not losing either one of those lunatics.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, Karlach, by the way, I think we will go with Gale in the swamp. Try to get to the hag. You know a lot of arcana, it might be useful. I hope you understand. Just for this time.
Really? Really?
Yeah, I think so. You heard me.
Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt or whatever.
Sorry.
I'll say one thing for our troop. We're not short on drama. I'm glad Shadowheart and lae'zel settled their differences peacefully. Eventually.
Yes, me too. I never realized it was so easy to cast magic. It was a very pleasurable experience.
I assure you it's not. Don't get me wrong. You did well. The somatic component, the verbal component, even the focus on the inner self that invites Mystra in. But I was still your conduit. To perform such a feat alone requires much and arduous study.
Oh,
Yet
I
it is
understand.
life's most worthy pursuit in my impartial, if not humble opinion.
If you ever feel the Nether's magic overtaking you, what will you do?
If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
Join me. For now. We need to see the hag. There's an evil hag in the swamp. And I need your help and your understanding of arcana. Come with me.
With pleasure. Lead on.
Thank you.